Fortnite has been one of the biggest games in the world for years, and it won't die. Today we'll be covering the secret reason why. 2017 was a big year for games. We got Breath of the Wild, which was an instant masterpiece. We got Mario Odyssey. We got Divinity 2. We got Persona 5, Nier Automata, PUBG, and Destiny 2. And this Mario Kart that's still being played today, and another car game. There was a lot of big games that came out this year. Now, almost all of those games would be considered dead games now. Or at least, old news. No one really talks or cares about it. Fortnite, also released in 2017, and it's still one of the biggest games in the world. Why? How did it beat out the other BRs that came out at the same time, and how is it still around today? Let's go back in time. Let's look at games in 2017. Let's talk specifically about Battle Royales. There was a game that came out with possibly the worst title of all time. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, don't forget there's dashes in here, A Fragmentary Passage. Also, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out that year. It blew up instantly. At the same time, Epic was working on Fortnite, but it's not the Fortnite that you're thinking about. The game had been in development for a long time as a horde mode game, where there's hordes of enemies that are trying to attack your base, and you're trying to survive as long as possible. Problem is, horde mode games had blown up and then fallen off completely in popularity well before the game was finished. The twist in this horde mode game was that it was going to have an in-depth building system, where you could build up structures, you could build a fort, build walls, build ramps, all that. So, the Fortnite team at Epic looked over at PUBG and said, we could do that. So in literally 2 months, they created Fortnite Battle Royale. Changing the game to a Battle Royale changed surprisingly little about the actual design of Fortnite. They kept the same guns and the same art style, and they kept the building. They just added in the circle from PUBG, gave it a different name, and called it a day. And they replaced the plane with the battle bus because, why not? The team just used a lot of iteration in the game design to make it really fit right in a Battle Royale. They said that since they threw the whole thing together over the course of 7 weeks, they would just try radically different stuff every day and then stick with what worked. They spent a lot of time ironing out little details about the building system in particular. I said they spent a lot of time ironing out the little details about the building system in particular. Might be relevant later, I don't know. We're gonna get to the secret soon, but if you're enjoying so far, please subscribe to the channel so you can get more content like this. Fortnite was a big success when it launched, but so was PUBG. PUBG remained the top dog for around a year or so, even though it has one of the worst names to ever be given to a video game. PUBG is a terrible acronym, but it's still light years better than saying PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Over time, though, Fortnite started to really catch up. More and more people moved over, and they even started pulling in a large audience that PUBG never got, because it was easier to give into, the graphic style appealed to different people, and it even ran better. Also, it was on consoles. PUBG took forever to work on consoles. So Fortnite came out on top, and they blew away PUBG. The biggest reason why they did was polish. Fortnite had about 30 times the polish of PUBG. On PC, where they both started, PUBG ran poorly. It crashed all the time, and it ran slow, and the networking wasn't very good, which is kind of bad since it's an online-only game. On consoles, PUBG was a disaster. It barely qualified as a playable video game. On the other hand, Fortnite ran great, like a modern video game. It looked fine, like, a modern video game, but PUBG looked like trash. The barrier to entry for playing Fortnite was quite low, and so it became the biggest game in the world. But polish is not the reason why Fortnite cannot die. In 2018, Fortnite took it to a new level. This game was ridiculous back then. This is when we had the whole ninja playing with Drake thing, and everyone you knew had to at least try the game out. PUBG started to fall behind, and in general, all shooters fell behind as Fortnite picked up steam. It also became a little more of a kid's game, which kind of fits because of the art style. This is when we got Fortnite toys and Fortnite memes, and then even boomers started talking about the Fortnite. But Fortnite didn't stay like that forever. In fact, it started to face some real competition when other polished VRs started to show up. So back when PUBG came out, everyone had to start making a Battle Royale. Most shooters just threw a Battle Royale mode in and called it a day. And it didn't work for most shooters. So things went back to just PUBG versus Fortnite. But in 2019, which is like 2 years after Fortnite came out, by the way, Apex Legends came out, and it racked up 50 million players in its first month. That's faster than Fortnite did it. It's faster than PUBG did. It didn't pass Fortnite, but it really started to catch up. Apex was made by EA. they got a lot of money. And so they brought a level of polish that most game studios couldn't match. The game looked beautiful, had its own unique art style and mechanics, and it oozed polish. So, if it were polish alone that made Fortnite not only live this long, but also remain on the top this long, Apex should have passed it, or at least maintained its dominance. In 2020, Activision dropped Call of Duty Warzone. Warzone went crazy right away, and again, it became the new hotness in battle royales and in shooters. Bigger than Apex, and it had a lot of the same hype around it that early Fortnite had. And it had a level of polish beyond Apex and Fortnite. So, again, it can't be polish alone. Fortnite stayed on top. It kept dominating. We're in year 5, and it doesn't look like the game's going to slow down and stop. So what separated Fortnite from Warzone, Apex, and PUBG? Well, it's building. I know some of you are already saying that. Fortnite has the building system where you can build walls and bases and ramps. It's a unique mechanic that still separates Fortnite from all of her battle royales. If you get good at building, you can do completely unique things. It's an interesting mechanic to have building of structures in a game design specifically set up so that you have to constantly move around to avoid the circle. The developers even admitted that it was a weird fit. But building is the main mechanic that separates Fortnite from other battle royales, and so it must be the reason that Fortnite will never die. Except, it can't be. Building does make Fortnite unique, but it's not the secret ingredient. We know this because they took it out. In 2022, they experimented with taking building entirely out of the game. Made a lot of people mad. Made a lot of people happy. It turns out, while building feels like it's core to Fortnite's DNA, a lot of people would rather play without it. They ended up adding building back to the game. They left in a mode with no building still. It's called Zero Build. Zero Build doesn't have as many players as the main mode, but it's still bigger than a lot of the battle royales that are out there. It's got similar numbers to Apex, just in the no build mode alone. So, it can't just be building. Okay, so it's not building, must be the skins then. Fortnite launched with skins and emotes, and they're huge. For a while, kids were doing Fortnite dances IRL. It led to some of the cringiest clips we have on the internet.
Just move! If you got to know it, just move. It's all I want to see, some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
And the game has crossovers from tons of huge properties. You could be Spider-Man. You could be Anime Guy. You could be Spider-Man. You could even be this girl, or like Lara Croft, or Spider-Man. But other games have skins and emotes too. In fact, PUBG skins could be sold for real money, so there was actual interest around them even when the game came out. Do they kind of suck compared to Fortnite skins? Yeah, but they still existed. Warzone sells skins and has a ton of major crossovers as well. No, you can't be Spider-Man or Spider-Man, but it's got Lara Croft too. And you can be Snoop Dogg for some reason. So, what's the thing that makes Fortnite immortal? At this point, you might expect me to say something like, it's the friends we made along the way. It's all these little things combined. No. Fortnite has stayed so relevant for so long because it has so much juice. So what is juice? That's like the next question. So you guys are supposed to ask me that, but since you're not, I'll just fill it in. Okay. What is juice? Juice is seemingly small. It's all the little details that make your game feel alive. Here, like let's look at these buttons to get a good example. This one has no juice. You press it, and it does the thing. This one makes noises. It squirms when you put your mouse over it. It talks to you. The second one feels good to click. You want to click it again and again. Fortnite has oozed juice since it came out, and it's only gotten better. Here, let's look at some old launch Fortnite footage to see what we're talking about. You can see juice in the way the umbrella spins. It's completely unnecessary, but it's visually satisfying. Look at the way the storm icon bounces a little when it shows up. And listen to that iconic sound effect. These are little things that you may not have noticed, but they're hacking the dopamine receptors in your brain, and they're giving you information that you would have ignored otherwise. Look at the way that the pickaxe swings. You can see the weight of it because it has speed lines and because the axe head even swings around a little on the side at the beginning and the end of the animation. Listen to the difference between when you hit wood and when you hit a hay bale. One of them sounds satisfying and like something you should be doing. The other one discourages you. The items do a little shake animation in the air when you pick them up, which gives you a better visual indicator that you actually got the item. It's completely opposite of the old PUBG problem of not being able to pick up items. Fortnite has a crazy amount of juice. It's in the guns, it's in the UI, it's everywhere. They're not alone. The games with the most longevity in the world come from the company with the best handle on juice, Nintendo. Nintendo basically invented juice. They've been doing it since Super Mario Bros. Way back in the 80s, they figured out that they needed to give the player more visual and audio feedback. In most games, when you collect a life, your life number will go up. Maybe they would play a sound effect. In Super Mario Bros., they played a sound effect, but they also gave you this visual one-up indicator that would fly up. These things reinforce the fact that yes, you did collect the mushroom, that yeah, it's good that you collected the mushroom, which you know from the good sound effect, and it gives you a little reward to collect more. It's just another reason to do what is good in the game. You want to get more of those one-ups. Super Smash Bros. Melee oozes juice. People have been playing that game for over 20 years. As long as Fortnite keeps its juice, it will never die. Bye.